time for another deck list video, because I kind of feel like it at the moment. I'm going to go through 2 decks in one video, and these are going to be some pretty interesting decks. They're both traditional format, and I figured, you know what, why don't I just create these? I've just decided to create a whole bunch of character decks lately. I've got 3 of them still under construction. I've got these 2 as complete as I could get them, so I thought I might as well show them off. So I have my Yugi deck and my Kaiba deck. You know, why not? I'm in the process of making character decks for all 4 main protagonists and their main rivals. The only ones that are left under construction are the ones from GX, which would be Jaden and Chazz. And so I've got Yusei Jack, Yugi, Kaiba, Yusei Jack, Yuma, and Kite. I keep tripping over my words, I cannot talk. So, yeah, Jaden and Chazz are still under construction, along with my Joey deck is also still under construction. Fair warning, these 2 decks are in traditional format, so there are banned cards in here. So, yeah, and these aren't even, and I didn't even build these for the purpose of playing in a tournament, so. Anyways, enough of my rambling, let's get on with the deck list, starting off with the Yugi deck. You obviously can't build a Yugi deck without his best monster, the Dark Magician. Like, I don't even need to say anything about it. We've got Dark Magician Go, of course, his partner in crime. The Sorcerer of Dark Magic. It should actually be pointed out here that with both the Yugi and Kaiba decks, I tried to build them as close to the movie builds as possible. Obviously, I can't actually make them exact copies because both decks have used cards. Like, both decks in the movie used cards that don't actually exist. Like, they're not actual in the game. So, but yeah, I can go with the Sorcerer of Dark Magic because of this. Double Skilled Dark Magician. I should also point out, like, that for those who aren't in the complete know, both decks were completely listed out in the novelization of the film, and in Yugi's deck list it stated that he had 2 of these. So, obviously going for that. Double Magician's Valkyria. Once again, it's, yeah. Mystical Elf. This wasn't in the deck list. I've got this. I got this sitting in place of Gemini Elf. It's kind of weird, but it was in the deck list not in the book. So, but since I don't have one, I got Mystical Elf replacing. Magician of Faith. Yes, like I said, these are traditional format decks, so got Magician of Faith in there. Buster Blader. Interestingly enough, this was not in the deck list either. Oh, that's on the book. Obviously, I've got to throw some stuff in to replace the 3 Egyptian gods, so I've decided to go with Buster Blader to replace one of them. Then we got Jack's Knight, Queen's Knight, and King's Knight. Of course, these actually made an appearance in the movie, so they could be sacrificed for Slifer. Here, they're just pretty much useless. These are my other 2 replacements for the gods, which are Gazelle and Baphomet. Big Shield Gardener. It's a massive shield. Obnoxious Celtic Guard. Swift Guy, the Fierce Knight. Karibo, hooray. Wasserpon. Morphing Jar, which I was actually kind of interested to see on the list. This was on the list, and yet Card Destruction wasn't. So I guess this is just what we use for refreshing the hand. And Zombie of the Dark, which this was on the deck list. I've never actually seen him use it. It actually did come from the Yugi Evolution starter deck, though. So, it's kind of interesting. For those who don't know what it does, just a quick reminder, it's a 21 beat stick. It can't attack directly, and if it destroys an opponent's monster by battle, it loses 200 attack. So, spells. Brain Control, one of the replacement spells in the deck, because I am missing, what was I missing? Thousand Knives and Double Spell. So, I've got Brain Control in as one of the replacements. Dark Magic Curtain. Get out Dark Magician. Diffusion Wave Motion. will work incredibly awesomely with Sorcerer because he can just attack a shitload of times and he can negate traps, so it's awesome. Exchange. Fiend's Sanctuary. Like, I got no idea what the go is with this because, like, I mean, yeah, Yugi got it from Kaiba, so I'd imagine it was exclusively Kaiba card, but it was in the deck list on the thing because I got it directly from the wiki. So, yeah, Magical Dimension, Mage Power, Monster Reborn, Multiply, Polymerization, which interestingly enough is actually one of my replacements. Yugi did not have an extra deck at all, as it was in the novelization of the film. Decided to throw the Polymerization in to replace, just so I had some fusion monsters to bust out. Greed. Actually helped me actually, this card actually helped me out a fair bit in the Battle Pack tournament. It's actually not too bad. Premature Burial, Sage's Stone, and Swords of Revealing Light. This is a Hobby League parallel ultra rare. It's actually pretty. It's pretty. It's just kind of pretty. So yeah, traps. This is 4 traps. This is Dust Tornado, Mirror Force, Spellbinding Circle, which is sitting in the place of Reverse of Reverse, which isn't actually a legitimate card. It only ever appeared in the movie, and Ultimate Offering. Kind of interesting. It's kind of a weird choice, but like it was in the deck list, so I put it in there. So extra deck, since I might as well show it off. I got Dark Paladin, Chimera, the Flying Mythical Beast, Gaia the Dragon Champion, Meteor Black Dragon. He didn't use this in the at all in the anime. He only ever used this in the Season 0 movie, because he had Meteor Black Dragon in his deck and then he used the red eyes that he got off that blue head kid. We'll just call him Gary Stu because that's what they call him in the abridged version of it. Black Skull Dragon, Canaanite Joker, and Dragon Master Knight. So that's the Yugi deck all done and dusted. Now, with that done, we can move on to the Kaiba deck, and since there's only like 3 cards in the extra deck, I'll just show the Kaiba's fusions off to start with. We got Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, XYZ Dragon Cannon, and Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon. Yeah, Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon was used by Kaiba at one point in the anime, so I decided to throw it in because just for show, might as well. So yeah, anyways, proceeding on to the main deck now. Blue Eyes Shining Dragon, of course. Movie was the only time he ever used it, which kind of sucks, but oh well. 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons, because pretty much like Yugi with the Start Magician, you can't make a Kaiba deck without 3 of these. Double Luster Dragon. Obviously this didn't show up at all in the movie. The book obviously mentioned he had 2 of these, and I guess it's just a good excuse to throw this card in. It's my favourite level 4 monster in the game, and why not? These are the Magician's Force Ultras as well, so they're pretty awesome like that. Double Spear Dragon. Once again, we got a Hobby League parallel rare right here. And so yeah, we saw one get discarded through Card of Demise, but he's got 2 in the deck as it is stated. Blade Knight. This actually isn't in the deck list. It is a replacement because I don't have Vorse Raider. Once I get Vorse Raider, I'm going to take Blade Knight out for this, for the Vorse Raider. Lord of Dragons. It's a Lord of Dragons. He's obviously shown to have used this a fair few times. Desferal Imp. I got this. I'm pretty sure I got this like in a pile of cards I got in a trade. I just came across this and it was like, okay, fair enough. But he did use it. He summoned it and then tribbed it for a Paladin of White Dragon. One Kaiser Seahorse was awesome. Yeah. X Head Cannon, Y Dragon Head, Z Metal Tank, obviously to go into the Dragon Cannon. If I had XY Dragon Cannon, I'd also throw that in this deck because he did use it in the Battle City Finals, but obviously I don't. Rare Metal Dragon, 24 Beat Stick, cannot be normal summoned. Familiar Knight, when it's destroyed, I special summon, both players special summon a level 4 monster from their hand. This is the opening strategy that Kaiba employed at the start of his duel against Yugi in the movie. Summoned Familiar Knight, it got destroyed, then he got the Rare Metal Dragon out. And then that Rare Metal Dragon got raped by Slifer. Double Pet in the Dark Clown and Sagi. I don't have a third Petin, so that's why I'm sticking with the Sagi in there, because Sagi's awesome. Paladin of White Dragon. And that finishes the monster lineup. Now for the spells. Dark Core. Use this to kick Pegasus's ass in that duel. Defusion. I don't know. Yeah, like it was on the list, so yeah. Enemy Controller. This was stated to be on the list, but it was stated that Kaiba took this out in favour of. He took this and cloning out to put Pyramid of Light and Blue Eyes Shining in the deck. So, yeah. Heavy Storm. This is one of the fair few replacements because I'm missing a Monster Reborn, Dimension Fusion, and then there's Obligatory Summon and Card of Demise. Those latter two aren't actual official cards. So, I got Heavy Storm in there. It's definitely a permanent replacement because he did use it, I think, in the Virtual World arc. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah. Megamorph is another replacement for something else. Got the Megamorph in. It wasn't actually in his actual deck. It was only used in the simulation duel when he summoned Blue Eyes and then gave it this. And that had it raped by an infinite powered obelisk. MST. He did use this in the movie. Nobleman of Crossout. It's just something like that. Polymerization. This one is obviously not replacing anything since Kaiba uses it to drop the Blue Eyes. I've got Pot of Greed. This is a Duels Pack Kaiba Ultimate. The only foil I ever pulled out of Duels Pack Kaiba. I've only ever cracked open 2 Duels Pack Kaiba packs. I pulled, yeah, so, which kind of sucks because, yeah, I never saw them at all in the shops ever again, which kind of sucked. So, yeah. Shrink. I think this is a replacement. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I think it is. I can't remember for the life of me. Silent Doom is, though, because I don't have Monster Reborn. So I've pretty much got that just to bring a monster back. Soul Release. Used to banish Y Dragon Head after discarding it for Dark Core to banish X Head Cannon. Double Flute. One of them is actually a replacement because he only had one in the deck list stated in the movie. Okay. And finish spells White Dragon Ritual to bring out Paladin. Okay, traps. Only 2 of the traps used by Kaiba in the deck list are actually in here. The other ones are either don't exist, like as actual cards, or, well, in the case of Ring of Destruction, I don't have Ring of Destruction, so yeah. Anyways, Negate Attack, sitting in place of Attack Guidance Armor. Virus Cannon is sitting in place of Deck Destruction Virus, not Deck Devastation Virus. It's kind of easy to get those confused, but yeah, Deck Destruction Virus is the one that mills off 10 of your opponent's cards. Or as it's stated in the abridged movie, Tentacle Rape. But yeah. Return from the Different Dimension. Pyramid of Light. It has absolutely no purpose at all in this deck since it doesn't kill Egyptian gods. But it was used, so yeah, using it just to keep with the theme of the movie-based deck. And then we have Burst Breath sitting in place of Ring of Destruction. So that's it. I've got Blue Eyes Ultimate sleeves on the Kaiba deck. I do plan on getting a pack of Kaiba and Obelisk sleeves so that I could like match it up with the Yugi and Slifer sleeves that I'm using for my Yugi deck. Because I've got those, and I've got the Yugi and Kaiba mats from Gold Series, so it would just look so incredibly awesome. Yugi on the Yugi mat with Yugi sleeves versus Kaiba on the Kaiba mat with Kaiba sleeves. So, yeah, that's about it. I will be doing deck lists for Jaden and Chazz, Yusei and Jack, and Yuma and Yusei at some point, but for now, the next video is going to be segment 2 of my Quake 2 Let's Play. Hopefully I can get some bloody views on the Let's Plays. I mean, I love this game, but, you know, channel was built for 2 different purposes. That's what I planned for it anyway, so hopefully I can get some views by some people on that one. But yeah, see you for that thing, I guess.